listening to and viewing the Drew and Mia podcast show. I'm Drew.
And I'm Mia.
Listen, we have a great show in store for you guys today. We have a special guest that's zooming in with us today. And then also Mia is going to sing her ABCs in English and Spanish. And she's going to do it forward and backwards.
Oh my God, he's hilarious.
We have a great show, you guys. You guys are going to see just amazing things today, but not for real, for real. We have a great guest that's going to zoom in with us. We started this new segment about highlighting and spotlighting some of our Houston and hometown heroes. And as we grow, we're going to reach out. People are going to start telling us about their hometown heroes, and we're going to feature them in this segment.
Absolutely.
But we're going to start here locally because guess what? We're here in Houston. H-Town representing. So my special guest today is someone that I have known, probably about, 30 years, something around there. In New Orleans, 12 years old, 11, 12 years old, trying to find myself, Mia. Mm-hmm. And then God just kind of directed me to a neighborhood church.
He'll do it.
That was just the lifeline that I needed right at that point in time.
Wow.
And as I joined and got baptized, converted from Catholicism to Baptist, this lady was there from the very beginning.
Wow.
Took me under her wing, and she just made sure that I was always protected, and not just me. Thousands of us, thousands and thousands and thousands of us.
That's amazing.
And she's been in my life ever since. And, because of Katrina, we kind of lost contact.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, I wonder how she's doing. And before Facebook became Facebook,
Mm-hmm.
we didn't have any way to really connect and reconnect with people. But luckily and blessedly, I was able to find her on Facebook, reached out to her, and it's just, that's it. That was it. That's all we needed. Back together again. She's always been like a mom. And I love her for it. She's just always made sure I was good. If I needed a ride to church, needed a ride somewhere, she was there. Pam, I still remember you driving that red Mercury Cougar, too.
Hello.
So listen, I want to introduce to some, present to others. That's how they do it in church. I want to introduce to some and present to others. None other than my mom, my friend, my girl, my NOLA girl, Miss Pamela Hubbard. Hey, Pam.
Hey, Miss Pam.
Hello, baby boy. How you doing? Hey, Mia.
I'm good. Listen, like I said, we wanted to highlight you because you have not only made a difference in my life, you have made a difference in the lives of so many people. You have been a youth and young adult advocate as far back as I can remember, long before I was even in existence. And you have been touching lives ever since.
Wow.
So I want to make sure that people know who you are, and just so that they understand that where we are, where I am, where Mia is, it took people like you
Absolutely.
to help us to get to this point, to get to this level.
Wow, thank you.
And while you're alive and you're competent enough to understand and you can see it, I'm giving you your roses today, Pam. So please welcome Pamela Hubbard. Welcome, Pamela Hubbard. Pam, thank you so much for joining us. Just go ahead and tell people in your own words a little bit about yourself, what you're doing now, what you've been doing this entire time, and then ways that they can connect with you.
Well, I think my longest tenure at anything has been with scouting.
Yes.
And that started when my baby became a Girl Scout. Well, actually before then, because I was a Girl Scout when I was little, believe it or not.
Wow.
In elementary school. And once she became a Girl Scout, I've been in the leadership role for 45 years plus.
45 years.
Wow.
Oh,
to
my
the
God.
point where she's now one of my leaders as well.
Right.
So in Houston, Houston is a little bit different from at home.
Yes.
I've had much more opportunity to spread my wings.
Mm-hmm.
So I've gone from being just a troop leader to even being on a board of directors.
Wow.
I've done all the roles in between, the cookie sales, the service unit, our community, our managers, all of it. I've done it all. And right now, being at the Church Without Walls under Pastor Ralph Douglas West,
Yes.
I'm able to have 14 Girl Scout troops and 2 Boy Scout packs, which total about 400 kids
Yes.
and maybe about 50, 60 adults working with me.
So Pam, if you can remember, if you can just think of in total, how many
Oh
and youth,
God,
young adult and youth have you mentored? Have you taken under
I
your
don't
wing?
know.
We
I
say
don't know.
thousands, but I mean, I want you to give
Between
the audience just a numeric figure.
okay, let me try to. Okay, who can add up on their fingers? Uh,
Not me, and certainly not me.
Oh,
so for
okay.
the
Okay.
so for the 20 years that I've been doing Girl Scouting in Houston, I've been averaging about 400 kids a year. Then in New Orleans, for another 24, 25 years, my personal troops were running about 75 to 100 kids because I would have the different levels.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the summer camps that I've started and kept going. God, Drew, that church was packed out. How many kids we had in all those classes?
If you 100, so we
Oh
rounded off to
Lord,
100. You do
yeah,
100 times 20, 30, 40 years. Like, okay, it's a
that
lot.
that's a lot. The
It's a lot.
choirs that I've
The
instructed, and
choirs,
Oh,
yeah,
all of
wow.
that.
the drama classes, getting hooked up with people like Master P to send these kids to Disney World
Right.
from New Orleans. The college tour, I forgot about the college ministry. The
College,
college ministry, I'm still doing that
all
here.
around, all around. And you
Yep.
also administration, business, finance. Like
Yes.
you
Yes.
were
I've even
everything.
worked at the church. I've worked in New Orleans. I worked at Beacon Light Mission. Well, then it was called Beacon Light Missionary
Right,
Church. Now
right.
it's what Beacon Light International.
International. Mm-hmm.
I was there on the trustee board and as the controller for years and years. Then moving to Houston, I started working immediately in ministry here. And it's not just with kids, I even teach adults.
Right,
I have
right.
an adult ministry, and that has grown because now I have my own, what they call a book club.
Mm-hmm.
And we're over 45 women in that meet every week. So God has given me a green thumb.
I had a chance to
Absolutely.
Zoom with them the other day, Mia.
Yes,
Hilarious.
yeah.
Hilarious.
That's
With her book
amazing.
club, they are hilarious.
That's amazing, but that's what ministry is. I
Mm-hmm.
think so many people get it misconstrued about what real ministry is.
Yeah.
Inside the four walls, that's us going to fellowship with like-minded believers.
Mm-hmm.
But real ministry is somebody like Miss Pam who goes outside of the four walls to actually minister to these people and to mentor and to help mold them into the young people that they need to be. And I'm sure they will never forget her
Never,
for that.
never.
Never.
I was bold enough. They kept telling me that this couldn't be done. And Drew, when somebody tells me it can't happen,
And you make it
it's going
happen.
to happen.
Exactly. I know. That's where I
We
get it
have
from.
a we have a detention center here in Houston called Krause Detention Center, boys and girls, at-risk kids. And when I found out about it, their stories just broke my heart.
Yeah.
So I got permission to go into Krause to start a Girl Scout troop.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
And they kept saying, "Oh, that they're not going to be interested in that. It's not going to happen." It got to where the girls would beat me in the room waiting for us to come.
That's amazing.
Now, in the beginning, of course, we had a few challenges.
Of course.
A few folks thought they was going to buck up against me, but then when they realized that wasn't working, that I was going to kill them with love and hugs and kisses, then they kind of settled down. But even that, I had an opportunity to go to a boys' facility, a completely different boys' facility, to do a story time. And that was amazing. I mean, boys of all ages. And those kids were so wrapped up in what I was saying. I was just making it up as I went,
Of course.
like I used to do.
Right.
And they were just, some of them were in tears. They wanted my autograph. I'm like, what? I don't
Because
do
they wasn't
autographs.
used to that. They wasn't used to that kind of love. And that's what I love and appreciate about you, Pam, is it didn't matter who we were, how we
It
looked.
doesn't matter.
It didn't
Whoever
matter.
needs
You
whatever
embraced us
I
all.
have, you got it. You got it.
So if anyone is interested in having their young adult or youth to come up under your tutelage and guidance, how can people reach out to you, Pam?
The easiest way to reach me is through email or my phone.
Go ahead and give everybody that information, and we'll make sure that we post it on our page as well, so they can reach out to you.
Okay, my email address is R as in Randolph, P as in Pamela, Hubbard, Hubbard, at sbcglobal.net. And my phone number is 713-962-0860.
So again, that's RP Hubbard at sbcglobal.net. And the phone number to call is 713-962-0860. Well, Pam, I know that you are a busy lady and we're not going to keep you. Again, thank you so much for coming on with us and talking to us. We appreciate you for all that you do, all that you are, and we will be in touch with you soon. Happy holidays to you. I love you.
Happy holidays, guys.
Same
Stay out of the rain.
Oh, definitely.
We will, because I'll melt.
Thanks, Pam.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Man. Listen, it takes people like Pam to,
Absolutely.
Make sure that we're good. We become strong, mature
Absolutely.
adults, and I'm forever grateful. Forever grateful.
I love her. She's like my mom.
I know
that's
she
my mom.
reminds
It's
me of your mom.
Let me do this. I got these kids over here, and I got these children over. I'm like, mama. She want to mama everybody, and those people have never forgotten the things. Even before I was born, like they come back and tell me when I was 15, your mom came and did this, and I didn't have, money to pay this, and your mom did it, and I didn't know how to play this, and your mom took the time. So she reminds me of my mom.
She
and
does
I just
remind me
love
of your
that.
mom. She does.
Yes,
She really
I love
does.
that.
Well, what we got going on in tea time? Speaking of tea, I'm a little thirsty myself.
Listen, honey. Tea time. Do you really want this tea?
Oh my God.
Because this tea is pie.
Because I know you're going to be bringing me.
This tea is pie.
And I ain't bring no popcorn either.
This tea is pie.
Yes, indeed.
Let me tell you something, saints and aunts.
No.
Listen. Okay, so first on the docket, honey, because these people got to be put on the docket.
Not a docket.
Yes, a docket. Okay, court is in order. And who's on the docket? Black China. And Black China got her a new man. Y'all know Black China can't stay single for long.
Poor thing.
And Black China don't have a respect of person, honey. She will take them black, white, Indian, Mexican, green, purple,
So what does
yellow.
she do? What is she, a rapper?
Okay, Black China is basically... She is a jump off girl. She's a video vixen girl. And so that's how she became famous.
So like a Kim K.
Correct.
Kardashian. Okay.
Actually, she got famous from Kanye's video. I believe it's called Poison, and that is what blew her up. And then she, of course, dated the famous Rob Kardashian, had the baby Dream, and then they broke up, and now she got a new man. And her new man is what?
What?
Gay, honey.
What?
Her new man got him a whole dude, and I read the text messages.
Oh my God.
It is legit. It's not a lie, and it's not a rumor. It is legit. So his boo is on Instagram called Solo Radio.
So wait, they're still together?
Well, listen, we don't really know if they still together because in the text, Solo Radio told what's his name at Lil Twin Official on Instagram told him, listen, you been like leading me on, like what's tea?
Wow.
I see you out here with this woman. You think that I'm just gonna be okay with you out here with this woman? And so then the Black China's boyfriend was like, first of all, I didn't think that it was a no strings attached situation.
Get
That's what he
outta here.
responded in the text message. And so the other guy was like, what you mean no strings attached? We've been messing around for 2 years.
Wow, not
And
2 years.
2 whole years. And then he responds back, listen, I'm trying to do the right thing. I want to be with my girl. I don't want to be with you. And so really Solo Radio is upset because Lil Twin Official does not want to be with him. So therefore, what does he do? Spill the beans.
Of course.
Because
Of course.
he's very upset.
But I mean, I can understand that. Like if you've been with somebody for 2 years Like you're expecting it to be something. Like you're expecting to go somewhere with it.
I disagree with that.
Why?
Because if we say it's no strings attached, and let's just say all we're doing is having sex, like we're not going to the movies, we're not going out to eat, you ain't met my family.
But did he say that?
No, he never had proof to show that it was more than what it was. And I think because Lil Twin official, he was talking to him in the text messages like he never knew that these messages were going to be leaked. And in his message, he said, listen, we basically had a no strings attached relationship.
But for 2 years?
But he said in a text message, all we did was have sex. Of course, he said the F word. He said, all we did was have sex. And so he's making it plain and clear, like it was no strings attached. So I absolutely agree with Lil Twin official that if I'm doing nothing but sexing you and you ain't never met my kid, my mama, my daddy, my sisters, my brothers, like this is just a sexual thing.
2 whole years? Like that's a long time. That's a big one night thing.
Not no big one night stand. It's convenient for me. If I got stuff on my plate and I don't want no relationship, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I'm thinking of it as like maybe he was leading dude on.
That could be true.
And he was telling him what he wanted to hear just so that he could keep him on the side while he do whatever he was doing. Like, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm gathering.
Why wouldn't Solo Radio say in the message, well, you told me this, and he never said that. He was like, I want you.
So when were the text messages sent?
The text messages were sent after the picture of Lil Twin official and China was on vacation.
Right, so we don't have nothing that goes back 2 years ago that says...
We do not, because I did my investigation. Of course,
I know you
Tintin did.
I know you did.
So,
Private eye.
Yes, I have to know all the tea. So, of course, I did my investigation and looked into it. They were talking as if these text messages would have never been leaked. And so I feel like if they really had something, because the thing is, Solo Radio said, I really want you, and it's hurting me to see you out here with this woman. You think I'm gonna be quiet and
That's
not
what
say
makes
nothing?
me think like that they might have had the conversation in person. That listen, we together, all of that, whatever.
People get crazy.
I mean, I could get you get crazy when you find out that the person you thought you was in love with or loving is, with somebody else.
Absolutely.
But I kind of feel like dude is with Black China just to come up, just to get his name out there.
I don't disagree with that.
So
but
that's why
I
I'm
also
like,
feel like he didn't lead this guy on, because I do know that in those type of relationships, meaning homosexual relationships, sometimes it can be where you may say, listen, all I want is sex. And the other person may not be in the mindset to receive really all you are is a tool right now.
True.
And then when you see me with my new boo, now you mad. And see, I don't like that. See, if we had something going on, don't be going out telling my tea, oh, I was screwing you, we've been sexing for 2 years. Like, really?
I mean, that's what happens when you
in
get
the spotlight.
there.
That's true.
But I do think dude just using Black China. Not saying that she's just like a big old superstar, or whatever.
True.
But I mean, she has enough following and all of that for people to be like, oh, let me see who this is and all of that. So that's how I feel about this whole situation.
He using her because she bought him a new chain. She bought him a grill. She bought him clothes, and the guy talked about that too in the text.
So has she responded to the whole?
That China haven't responded, but you can look at the guy and tell that.
So she don't care if he's.
I don't think
bisexual or whatever we call it. I don't know.
Some of these women don't care. They just want a man in the bed, honey.
Didn't she have a sex tape too?
She did have a sex tape.
Was it with this guy she's talking to?
No, Rob Kardashian leaked pictures of her and a sex tape. However, China got her lawyer involved fairly quickly to where they was able to take it down.
Wow.
Yeah.
I thought once it hits the net, that's it. You
no,
can't pull it
if
off.
you have a bunch of power, it can be taken down.
I guess so. Wow.
It definitely can.
Lord Jesus. This is what we coming to in 2020.
And we're going to be coming to it in 2021, honey. Ain't nothing going to stop, honey. The tea still going to be piping hot, and I'm going to be ready to what?
Wow.
Pour it for y'all.
Lord have mercy. But what else we got on the docket, Miss Mia?
Listen, who else we got on the docket is the famous Jamal Harrison Bryant. Do you understand me?
Oh, no. What he did now?
Honey, hold on.
Oh, my God. Let me sip some of my water.
Go and sip your water, baby. Go and sip your water. Now, he is now in a relationship of a year with with the Giselle Bryant, who is on Housewives.
So he's
of
not with
Potomac.
Tweet no more?
No, God, that's been over.
Oh my
Where
God.
you been under a rock?
I thought they were still together.
Listen, baby,
Wow.
you know, Jamal Harrison Bryant gets around,
I
okay?
see.
I love him. I really do. And guess what? I don't have a problem with him philandering. I just wish he would tell the truth. That's the thing. I don't have an issue with people doing what they want to do. I just wish that when they do it, be upfront. So this the tea. So Jamal has a girlfriend who is a pastor, okay?
Oh wow.
And so it came out that his relationship with Giselle Bryant, who is his baby mama, he was married to for 12 years, it was fake. And he only got back together with her for the reality TV. That he was dating a whole nother woman while she was telling the people on the show that they was together. Like, he would never come to dinners. He would never go out of town. When all the other husbands would show up, he wouldn't be at no like he ain't at this reunion.
So is he like an opportunist?
I don't know what it is, but this is my thing with him. This is my only problem with Jamal Harrison Bryant. As you can tell,
Not
I
the whole
love
name.
saying his whole name.
Not the whole government.
Because
name.
I love him. You know what I'm saying? And what's crazy is that he is a friend of the family. And so I just have to speak my truth. I am okay with what he's doing if it was not for the fact that he has 3 girls watching him. And on the show, the girls did not want him.
So what show is he on?
Giselle is on Housewives of Potomac.
Okay.
And so last year, they were like, Giselle, who are you dating? Because it was rumored that they were getting back together. And so she was like, it's a secret. It's a secret. Well, at the end of the show, she said she dating her baby daddy again, her baby father.
Wow.
And so he made some appearances on the show. But it wasn't like they was lovey-dovey. Like, they never, like, had tongue kissing. They
So
never,
he was just
like,
there to get a check.
I don't know. Like, I wanted to believe that the relationship was sincere. I really, really did.
I've never been a fan. I'm just going
Of Jamal Harrison
I've
Bryant?
never, and he's come to our church plenty of times in New Orleans to preach. I just never was a fan. Never, ever, ever, ever.
I love him.
No.
I just want him to be honest. I want him to quit. Jamal Harrison Bryant, if you're listening to me, this is Mia Nelson Tatum. And you know I love you so much, right?
Oh,
Okay,
my
but
God.
this is what I want you to stop doing, Jamal Harrison Bryant. Don't have no more kids. You got about 7 kids out here. They say you don't pay child support. Like, hey, oh man, I got
That's
like,
what I'm
what's
saying.
going on? Like, I
That's
love
crazy.
you,
But he's still pastoring Newburgh, right?
baby. What, honey? He still collects that coin.
That's what I'm saying.
He ain't
Like,
crazy now.
There's no excuse for him not to be paying child support and supporting all of his children.
Ain't no excuse.
There's no excuse when you have this money coming in and you have all of this attention on you. Like, I would just imagine
Ain't
that
no
you would want to
excuse.
do the right thing and make sure your kids are good,
It's no
wherever
excuse.
they are.
It's no excuse. That's why I don't understand why he just won't do right or say, listen, I don't want no committed relationship. I just want to do my own thing. Because this is the fact that this is the thing though, Drew. This is what church people don't understand. They get so mad at the man and the woman of God for out here philandering and doing all of that. But God is still going to use them because the fact of the matter is God is not going to let his people lack because the people that he's put in place are on a road of confusion.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But I definitely love, again, Jamal Harrison Bryant. I love you so much. But please,
Jamal, if you're
like,
listening, I'm not a fan. I'm sorry.
I can't believe you said that, Drew.
I'm not. I just never. And I've
Okay,
met
tell
him a
me
long
why.
time ago.
Why?
Well, I mean, I'm looking at it from the standpoint of him not providing for his kids.
Okay.
Being in leadership like that and really just causing chaos. And then you're bringing negative attention to church as a whole, Christianity as a whole. So people can't really decipher whether this dude is for real or not. If he's just walking around looking for attention, looking for money, looking for fame, quick fame, because it's not real fame, looking for quick fame. And then I seen videos probably like maybe 2 years ago when he was still living out there in Maryland, where he was doing something, talking to some of the neighborhood people, and they were literally just cursing him out. Like, we don't want you here. You're no good. Like, get out. You're just an opportunist. And they were just letting him have it. And I could tell that they were really in pain. And then finding out how he just abruptly left his church with no reason or rationale. Like, come on, man. So that's why I'm like, okay. I'm not a fan.
I get your points. I get all of your points. But because Jamal Harrison Bryant is a friend of my family, Jamal Harrison Bryant, if you're listening to my show and Drew's show, listen to the Drew and Mia podcast show. I love you. Even though Drew can't stand you, Pastor Jamal Harrison Bryant, you know I love you.
Oh, you say pastor too.
Listen,
oh my God.
Because I understand it. If you don't understand this life, where your family members were pastors and you've been called, like, you have the opportunity to, you're going to have mix-ups too and confusion. And I understand that. I believe that he is in a couple of entanglements, but I just like him. Like, I just love him. Like, I just want him to stop having
Pastor
kids.
Bryant?
My brother, Jamal.
No, Jamal Bryant.
Pastor Jamal Bryant is, I want to say 51.
Okay.
Because he's a little bit older than my brother.
So is it like a midlife crisis type deal?
It could be. That's what happens. See, the thing is, Drew, I'm friends with a bunch of pastors.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Most of my friends are pastors and musicians.
Yeah.
And those type of people, even myself, we need an outlet. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's why in my life, I don't let a lot of people in my life, because even though I'm a Jesus junkie, I preach Jesus all day long.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a gangster girl for God. When I listen,
that's a whole bunch of G's.
That's a whole bunch. But when I sometimes fall too, and I'm just smart about mine. Like, first of all, I would never go on a reality show. That was his thing. I would never go on a reality show saying that I'm with this woman. And you know how you know it's true? Because you don't watch the show, do you?
No,
but on Housewives of Potomac, when Monique Samuels, which I could not stand, she had a book of receipts. I have a book of receipts too. And if I let loose, it's going to be a whole bunch of people wanting to commit suicide. I would never do that. That is a low-down friend. She had a book of receipts. The lady pastor that Pastor Jamal Bryant was messing with sent her the screenshots of their conversation. Monique Samuels called out his number. Had that been my man, and she said, oh, his number 410 nah. Girl, I don't know who number that is. I don't even know why you no.
Wow.
I would not have even given her that glory, because after she said yes, and you could tell Giselle's face. Now, this is the mother of his 3 children. Mm-hmm. I would have never. Now, I may do, okay, let's just say, for instance, I'm him. I ain't never going to do my husband wrong. Now, my side piece I may do wrong.
Not the side piece.
But that's your baby mama. This woman didn't.
So this is the one that he cheated on multiple times, right?
Yeah, she was this is his first wife. She was the first lady of his church in Baltimore.
Empowerment Temple.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And it was like pie on her face. When Monique Samuels called out that number, honey, like she was calling out her social, she was like, oh, his number 410, yada, 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 yada. and Giselle was like, yeah, that's his number. I was like, Giselle, you need to come take my class, because I would have been like, that's not his number. I don't know.
So did she explain why she took him back, or why she's interested in going back with him?
She said that she wanted to work it out with him.
I mean, you've been cheated on multiple times. He's had all these kids out of where. Like, I'm just confused. I don't get it.
I think it's insecure with. I think there's some insecurity within herself, because a lot of women, that's what they do when they feel like they can't find another man or a new man. Mm-hmm. They go back to the old one, thinking that he's changed. Yeah. And I know Giselle really didn't do her due diligence. You know what I'm saying? Again, even though Jamal Harrison Bryant, you know, I'm your girl. I love you. No matter what Drew say, I love you.
I'm good.
I just want you to stop having babies. Like, cut it.
Or maybe he'll slow down.
Or get you a side piece that's going to close. Why the side pieces got to talk? I need to hold a class for
I'm just trying to figure out
University.
How he's even getting close to these people like that. Like, if he's pastoring,
because these thoughts love men and they love it. Let me tell you something.
Where are they catching him? I did see the Instagram video of him at the club or something smoking a cigar. So I guess maybe He's
What you
out like
mean?
that.
They can catch him. Let me tell you something. They catch him after church. It's been many a times that women come to church. They'll put their panties in envelopes.
Not at the church.
Baby, let me
Oh,
tell
my
you,
Lord.
they used to do this to my daddy. When my daddy would be leaving a revival, my mother sometime would be getting us together. And it would be women to try to catch my daddy. Sometimes he would go out the back door. They would catch my dad and try to talk to him, and my mama would see it, and my mama wouldn't act ugly. My mama would basically make her way over there and make her presence known. So let me tell you something, these thoughts, they have no respect to person. They could be ugly. That's why John Gray keeps getting
that's a whole nother show.
Why I would not screw John Gray with my female dog's vagina. I would not screw him with, you have to raise all of that stomach up to even see his peen. So these women are attracted to money and power. They think that they are attracted to anointing. They're attracted to power. So when he's up preaching, it literally be women, Drew, in the seat. Like, they'll befriend the wife. They will befriend the wife. I have had girlfriends married to pastors, and they will call and tell me, like, Mia, this one sat on the second row, and she invited us to her house, and we came to her house, and then she started talking about she needed counseling with my husband. And a couple of them, I had to be like, girl, she's screwing him. Like, girl, she don't need no counseling, because number one, if you're married and I'm married, no married woman should be seeking counseling from her married pastor. You and your husband need to be going to counseling. See, they don't follow protocol.
Right, should have been together.
And these first ladies, they need to play on the right team, because see, if someone play on the right team, I can help you. Your husband cheating on you, team. Your husband cheating on you, team. Your husband cheating on you, team.
But then you have some that don't really
care.
They don't. Well, I don't say don't. I wouldn't say they don't care. I just think that they don't have the backbone to say, okay, I need to do something. I need to step in. I'm not gonna allow this. They allow it. It keeps happening. They keep taking them back.
Because they don't make their presence known. Like me, when I got married at my church, there used to be some thoughts at my church. And, because my husband is all buff and stuff, and he's fine, praise the Lord, says the Lord of hosts, they will use this. And if your husband a musician, they're going to use this. Oh, can you teach me how to play the organ?
Son.
Can you teach my son how to do this? Can you teach my son? I used to tell them, if you want my husband to train you, I'm his booking agent. Don't even play them games. And that's why I tell my viewers, you need a spirit of discernment, Drew. Because if you don't have discernment, let me tell you one thing, tink. These women is it was a guy at my church, when I tell you, he went up and through the aisle seeking who he may devour.
No, huh?
He had sex with like 7 girls at my church.
Wow.
A musician.
So is he like just preying on the ones that look vulnerable and weak?
That's exactly what he did. He came through the church. He was instructed, you do not screw where you earn a paycheck, sir.
True.
And that's what he did.
That's
he
smart.
went through the church and had a baby with one of them.
Yeah.
And so these Negroes, they don't care. Like, they just want some. And these women, they are so insecure. They don't really love themselves. So that's why, because I come from a family of basically church royalty, I have seen my mother go through it. You know what I'm saying? My brother is a handsome man. Women throw themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of my cousins, people that's in the church, musician. My cousin is a musician. People throw themselves, and they are attracted to power. They're attracted to singers and all of that. And so you have to have the discernment to tell, okay, are you checking for me because I can sing, or because of the family, or are you checking for me because you really like me? And that's the thing. And if John Gray really had some sense, he would know. You think these women finna take all of this time to lift your stomach up, to suck on you because you cute?
Yeah. Not happening.
I just want us to start telling the truth. That's all I want. I want the church to have these conversations. Let's just have it. I love Jamal.
I don't think they're going to have these type.
They ain't ready for it. But see, that's what the Lord has ordained me to do.
Wow.
Because I'm not scared.
Yeah, that whole John Gray is a whole different type of...
We'll talk about that.
Yeah, that's another segment. Lord have mercy. But I mean, I agree, and I've seen it. I grew up in it's in all denominations. It ain't just Baptist
Absolutely not.
and Kojic. We could talk about all the stuff
Because
that's
them
going on in
Catholics
Catholic.
be
Exactly.
loving them little boys.
Yeah, we could talk about all of everybody. So it ain't just one way. It's all of it. And I mean, like, I'm far from perfect, but like, if I'm gonna do that type of stuff, I'm gonna make sure that I'm doing it to where it's not gonna ruin me and damage me, and it's not gonna mess up my family's
or
name.
don't care, or you can't care.
Yeah,
Like you can't do it and then hide in the closet. Like you at home and we ringing the doorbell. You won't even answer the door. You knew you kissed that boy on You knew you kissed that boy on that video.
Oh,
Now
my
none of
God.
your friends can reach you.
Oh,
Now
my
you want to
God.
delete your whole Instagram. Cut that. I'm so sick of people. You know you did it, baby. Let me tell
So
you
it's
something.
deleted now.
Deleted. You can't nobody reach you. Like, child, if that had been me, and I'm not saying everybody should be me. I'm not saying that.
Mm-hmm.
And again, that's why I always have to put this disclaimer out there, because most church people are self-righteous and have so much self-indignation that they cannot understand the temptation and the wiles of the enemy. That's why I said today on I posted something and I said, it ain't personal, it's spiritual. I'm not trying to act like I'm better than nobody. But you know what, Drew? There are certain places I can't go. There's certain things I can't do. Because let me tell you something. When my eyes see it, Mimi gonna want to partake. So Mimi stays her tail at home, or she be at one of her jobs. And
either you gonna want to partake or you want to get the hell up out of there.
Thank you. And I'm just real about mine.
Yeah.
I don't even play them games. And this is the type of thing, I have to have an open relationship. So anything I do, I have to let my husband know, ooh, now he almost, that's the type of relationship we have.
Wow.
See, he can come to me and say, oh my gosh, she's so fine. But see, some of these women so insecure, they can't even have these relationships. I don't want to have no relationship where we got to sneak and hide, because I'm going to tell you, this person is hitting on me, and you know what? It felt good. I like it. He cute. That's the type of and you know what? He'll look at me and be like, oh, okay, really? That's how you feel? Or he may see somebody and be like, oh my God, like they just hired this new girl, and I was like, oh, she got a fat butt. Like, really? That's how we talk.
So it sounds like y'all have like the I don't know if you ever watched King of Queens, Doug and Carrie.
Doug and Carrie.
Heffernan. Well, it's a show called King of Queens.
Is it a black show?
No. It's a white
I
show,
ain't
but
seen
it
it.
has some funny. They're funny. So the characters are Doug and Carrie. They kind of have that similar type of situation, that relationship, where they're very, very open. They talk to each other. They curse each other out, but they have real love for each other. And it's hilarious.
That's it. And you know what?
It's hilarious.
Each person have to know what the boundaries are. He already know. It's just certain things I'm not checking for. I'm not playing.
You can look, but don't touch.
You know what I'm saying? And if you ain't consulting me, like, and that's different strokes for different folks. Because some of these people around here lying. You got a whole husband and a girlfriend and a boyfriend. And you cool with that. And if you cool with that, that's your business. But for me and my house, honey, I'm going to tell you the truth. Yeah, this is how I'm feeling. And if my needs ain't being met, and if you're not meeting me halfway, sir. And when it needs to come to me, that's how you do it. But don't be like, oh, I went out there. Because, see, I wouldn't care what, let's just say he was married. Mm-hmm. And your wife know. Because I have a friend, a couple, and it's a man and a wife. And he was gay. But he still liked to be pounced in the butt. So she puts on a thing.
A dildo?
But they talk about it. You see what I'm saying? Yes, she puts on a dildo. They have an open relationship where she's okay with it, and now she likes women. And at first, when they told me this, they was like, we want to tell you something and kind of see what you feel about it. I probably had been delivered from homosexuality like 3 years at the time. Mm-hmm. And I didn't understand why they were telling me this. And she was like, you know, he still like that. You know, he loves me, but I think he still likes that. And I was like, how you think he still like it? And she was like, because he be wanting me to put on a strap on. I say, it ain't no thing, baby. He still do like it. He just loves you enough not to let you do exactly to let you do it. And so
I don't know how I feel about that.
But listen, this the thing
much.
though, Drew. That is their relationship. So my thing is with this person, you that's just like if I were to have a conversation with Darryl Walls today, mm-hmm. I would tell him, you did it. You did it. And
there's no denying it.
There's no denying it.
Yeah.
So be okay with you. Why are you trying to avoid this person and this person and this person? What we have to do is sit in it and don't even worry about listen, the church folk. Because at the end of the day, the real sainted church people gonna preach Jesus. Because even when I do wrong, I don't want you to water down the word for me.
Yeah.
When I'm wrong, do you know that's why I am saved, sanctified, and delivered today? Because it was church people, not all of them, but there were a couple who they preached the word, but they did it in love. The Bible says that love covers a multitude of sin.
Yeah.
We say fault, but it's sin. And so I want him to sit in it. And at the end of the day, make a decision. What you gonna do? Because you can vacillate back and forth and worry about these people if you want to. Because guess what? They're gonna talk about you for 2 days, 3 days, and then they're gonna be on talking about somebody else. Like, what we gonna do, Daryl? What we gonna do?
Well,
Come
I'm
talk
gonna
to
say
me.
this, and I'm gonna just move on from that. So I understand with Daryl. I mean, I get where he's coming from in his actions. Like, he understands that this can hurt his career. He understands that this is not popular in the community, church community. But then I look at people like Yvette Flunder. You know who that is? Dr. Yvette Flunders. So Dr. Yvette Flunders, California, she comes from under Bishop Walter Hawkins, the
Okay.
Hawkins family, all of
Okay.
that. But she's always been lesbian. She's a pastor. She's a prelate in the church. She's been married to her wife for many, many, many years.
I don't know her.
Yeah, you can go look up Yvette Flunder. She's also a singer, so she's been on many of their projects. She's actually the lead singer for Thank You, the original
You
lead.
know, I was just finna say, has she ever sang with Walter Hawkins?
Yeah, so she's
Because
the lead singer on the original Thank You.
I'm gonna have to look her up.
Yeah, so she's been lesbian and married to the same woman for many, many years. But I see her on Facebook sometimes having to defend herself, defend her love for God, defend her love for her wife, defend how it's acceptable, how people keep judging her, and how one day, I'm trying to remember the post she posted. In essence, it just said that none of us on earth have a heaven or hell to put people in. So I'm looking at that. I'm looking at what he's dealing with and talking about. So I'm like, somewhere we've missed it. There's what I want to say. Maybe we didn't have the right conversation at some point.
Of course, we didn't have the right conversation.
So now you have, like, it's just been kind of happening now, generation to generation. And then I also know that, Daryl and his family, his dad is very, firm and stern and doesn't accept that type of lifestyle. So he has to deal with that. And then, of course, the biggest thing is going to be the money.
I'm okay with his family because, of course, when I came out, that was my biggest struggle, dealing with how my family took it. Like, for about 2 months, my
Did you
mother,
care?
Absolutely, I cared. What I didn't care, this is the point I'm trying to bring home. I did not care what people in Instagram land said, people on Facebook, none of y'all. I didn't care what they said. I didn't care what church people said. I didn't care what the people at Walmart and Kroger, HEB had to say. Of course, I did not care because this is the thing. I knew what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And at that time, I feel like I only lived once. And I knew that in God's own time, if it was meant for me to be living some other way, I was going to do that. And sure enough, the Lord spoke to me and convicted me. Now is the time. The Lord did not want me to continue in that. But I will say what I have always said about homosexuality and lesbianism. If that's how you feel you need to live, go ahead and live like that. I don't have no quarrels with you, but you can't be mad at me for believing in what I believe in.
Yeah.
I hate that. And ain't nobody, I'm not condemning you to hell. I'm not looking at you nasty and gross and all of that. But I believe in the whole Bible, from the front to the end, even when I do wrong. That's what I'm trying to bring home.
Yeah.
People want us as believers to water down their sin. If I feel it's sin,
No, I
that's
get
my
you.
right.
I get you.
You see what I'm saying?
I
And
get
some
you.
people feel like, oh, you gay bashing. Girl, how am I gay bashing? Like, I got plenty of gay friends and they know how I feel and I know how they feel.
Yeah.
And guess what? We see each other.
You're good.
And they not finna.
And it goes both ways.
It goes both ways.
Because I know we had, not you and I, but I had a discussion with someone else about the LGBTQ community, and then how it is that they're just like, it always seems like they are just kind of forcing everybody to agree with everything. And we're not bashing or anything. My point is, if that's what you want to do, like you said, then do it. But don't force everybody else to accept it and like it and approve it. You don't need all of that from us. You live your life, and everybody else is going to live theirs, and that's how we're going to make it and coexist on this planet. So I get what you're saying. It goes both ways. Listen, you do what you do. Keep it to yourself. Don't involve me and all of that, and we're going to be good.
We're going to be good.
Oh, well, y'all done got me all riled
Baby,
up.
you know this my stuff.
Yeah, we need a church fan up in here.
Because, the Lord have ordained me.
Lord, have mercy.
Says the Lord of hosts.
Oh, my God. Well, listen, Mia just kind of opened it up. So, what we're talking about is probably found on many of the new TV shows for our segment called What You're Watching. Mia, do you watch, like, Chicago Med, Fire, PD?
Baby, Chicago PD. Baby, listen.
So Wednesday night is right there.
What's the detective name? What's the chief? What's the detective name on Chicago PD?
The sergeant?
Yes.
Sergeant Voight?
Ooh, wee.
Yeah, you like Voight?
I love Voight.
Oh, my God.
I be watching like, ooh, wee.
Yeah, Voight is cool. And, I've been watching him probably since the late 80s. I think first time I saw him, he was actually an actor on In the Heat of the Night.
What? He been acting that long?
He's been acting that long. Even before that, he was one of the returning actors in The Heat of the Night. And I was watching it one time because it comes on WGN here in Houston. I'm not sure if it comes on nationally, but there was an episode where he was playing a abusive husband. There was another episode where he was playing a good guy. So I'm like, he's been in the game. Back then. Well, I mean, back then he was probably in his early 30s. He's probably in his 60s now.
He was on another show too, NYC or something like that.
NYPD?
Maybe so. He was on another show too.
Yeah, he's been on a few shows, but I first saw him and knew of him from In the Heat of the Night. But yeah, I fool with Sergeant Voight. That's my people. We have a lot of great shows that's coming out in fall.
What's the black guy on Chicago PD?
Kevin?
Ooh, Kevin, baby.
Atkins?
Listen, and that's why going back to having these relationships where you can talk, honey, when Chicago PD come, I be like this. Ooh, Kevin, take your shirt off. You don't be lusting
over the people.
Well, yes, I do.
Oh, my God.
What's wrong with that?
Well, we got Chicago Med. I'm glad that they consolidated them to one day.
Yes.
Because it was 2 days before, but they put them all on one day, so it's Chicago Wednesday. And I'm tuned in like a baby. Med, Fire, PD. Do you watch Blue Bloods on CBS?
My mama love Blue Bloods.
Tell your mama we got to watch it together. There's also a show called Bob and Abishola. Have you seen that one?
You be watching crazy stuff.
Baby, Bob and Abishola is the funniest thing I've seen. You're talking about...
I like Housewives.
I know you do all that reality TV. I'm talking about a Nigerian woman marrying, engaged to a rich white guy. From a crazy family. It's hilarious.
Let me write that down. What's the name of the show?
Bob and Abishola. It comes on CBS on Mondays. CBS on Mondays. I'm telling you, you're going to love it. It is so funny. And then, of course, there's For Life, which is produced by 50 Cent. That comes on ABC. You haven't watched that either?
50 Cent irks my nerves.
But the show is really good. For Life is really good. And then there's my all-time favorite, All Rise, that comes on CBS too. Like, these are my top shows for the fall lineup.
You a TV binger, huh?
I love it. And then, of course, there's This Is Us that comes on Tuesday.
I like This Is Us.
This Is Us is always good. Always a good show. So that's my TV lineup. I want you guys to start watching. Check it out. Tell us what you think. You can go to at Drew and Mia on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, at Drew and Mia Podcast Show. You can visit us online, DreuxandMiaPodcastShow.com. Tell us some of your favorite TV shows, some of the things you like to watch. We want to check it out because we have some time now during this whole COVID situation where we can tune in. She got time. She just playing. We can tune in. You can watch TV from your phone these days. So
you can.
You don't have to be in front of the TV.
Right.
You can watch it on your phone, your tablet, all of that stuff. So you guys reach out to us. Tell us what some of the shows that you're watching.
Tell us.
Because those are some of my favorites, and I'll be tuned in every time. I'll be hating when someone is texting me or calling me when they know I'm watching my shows.
Okay, so I'm gonna call
like
you
an
on
old woman. Don't call me on Wednesday.
I call you Wednesday.
I'm making sure I'm blocking your number on Wednesday. Don't call me.
You
on
block
Wednesday.
me, and you gonna block your blessing. Don't mess with the prophet.
Don't call me on Don't call me on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays. You can call me because nothing comes on. Friday, you can call me after 10 o'clock because I'm watching Blue Bloods at 9 o'clock Central
call
Time.
Drew Wednesday at 8 o'clock.
Man.
And
y'all see what I got to deal with?
What if something was wrong with me?
I'll find out the next day.
I hope the people know what kind of friend you are. Okay.
I'll find out the next day.
Gotcha.
If you need me, you know where I live. Somebody needs to come knock on the door and say,
you got a spirit.
We've been trying to call you.
You got a spirit.
We've been trying to call you to let you know what's going on with me. What's going on now?
You got a spirit on
But don't call me when I'm watching my shows. I'm be so upset. So upset.
Now I know. Now I know.
But I'm telling you, Thursday's open because don't nothing good come on Thursday, so you can call me on Thursday. But don't call me on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Friday because I'm watching my shows. And they come on back to back to back to back too.
Child.
So what's going on in the fashion world, Miss Mia?
Listen, it's a bunch of stuff going on in the fashion world. I want the girls to get their life together because it's fall. I am sick of the girls not putting these colors together for the fall. So what's trending is houndstooth print is trending. Honey, really? I got a bad houndstooth jumper. Do you understand me? Listen, blazers are trending. They have the rubber band pants. The rubber band pants are like the pants where, have you seen it? I posted it when you was trying to holler at the model today.
Yeah, ooh, yeah, she was sexy, yo, yeah.
That was a fashion tip, man, a guy. I want you to pipe down.
She was looking good in them things. Whatever it was.
You wanted me to tell
good.
her?
I was look. Can you call her and tell her? Because she was looking real good. Real good.
Oh, you okay over there?
I'm all right.
You talking about me lusting. You was lusting
y'all
all on my picture.
Y'all turn the L up in here or something. What's going on?
Oh, okay. I'm about to let her know.
So what about for the men? Because you always looking out for the women. What the men got?
Listen, y'all really,
we tired wearing the same old.
You can mix prints. That's what you can do.
So I could mix a tiger print with a zebra print?
I ain't saying all of that. You see how you go for? You can mix a stripe with polka dot. You could do like that. You could mix.
And y'all not gonna talk about this, right?
No, that is trending. Okay. Mixing patterns is trending.
I'm gonna say, but Mia said it's trending. When you see me walking around looking like that,
have you ever seen me looking crazy?
I'm talking about for the men.
Have you ever seen my brother looking crazy? Any man in my family looking crazy?
No.
Because they all be looking like
so you style them on?
Nah.
Wow. That's your family, Mia.
Listen, but I help those that want to be helped.
Yes.
See, do you want to be helped?
I do.
Then I'm going to help you.
I want some good fashion, but I ain't trying to spend a whole $1,000, $2,000.
You have to invest in what's important. Because you spends
up some money.
I do spend up some money.
Well, can you find me something at Burlington? And what's wrong with Burlington? I'm a big Burlington. Listen, shout out to Burlington.
No, shout out to Burlington with them red tags.
Sure, shout out to Burlington. Burlington be having nice stuff. What you mean?
It's okay, but I want to take you to another level. We can still be on a budget. Like we can go.
I'm a baller on a budget.
Zara, H&M.
Everybody shop at Zara and H&M though.
Now, if you pair it the way that I would pair it, man of God.
I'm good, yeah. See, you're going to have me in debt.
This why
you're going to have me in debt.
This why I can't deal with you because you don't even want to listen. You're not going to be in debt.
Okay, show me some things and then I'll consider it.
You're going to hire me?
I'll think about it.
Oh, okay. That's what we're doing, thinking?
I'll think about it.
Okay.
Because I know how much you're going to cost and you're going to send me back. I'm trying to buy a house.
I'm trying to help you. Ain't you a boss, a businessman? Every time you walk out, you want to be sharp,
you don't ever see no billionaire millionaires walking around looking trendy. They got them same old Levi's.
Nice. They look nice. Nice.
That's up for
some places
argument.
You go, you need to be like, don't you want a girlfriend? I'm trying to help you get.
People married though. I've seen a billionaire walking around some dingy looking jeans.
That's how they. Yeah, but it ain't like they ain't got no good clothes at home. They got good clothes
is
at home.
Is subjective. Because good could be some Walmart.
He works my. You go to Walmart if you want to.
Now I do buy T-shirts at Walmart now.
Like what kind of T-shirt?
Like the Hanes T-shirt.
Oh, that you put under your clothes.
No, I wear it out open too.
Like to go to the grocery store, like
grocery store to move.
Like I like that shirt you have on today.
I wear this. I wear this, but I mean, like this is H&M. So
see.
But I mean, sometimes I'll do H&M, but it's just 'cause everybody shops there, so I don't really fool with H&M.
Lord, help me, Jesus, to deal with him, Lord.
It'll be good. We might consider, but I mean, if you want people to hire you to help them get styled and looking fly. Then good for you.
Yeah, you listen, I'm always up to do it. I haven't really been picking up that many clients. Like right now, I have three. I'm
Mm-hmm.
helping three people get ready for some things that they have to get ready for because I have so much other stuff that I'm doing. But I always like
Male
to
and
do
female?
male and female.
Okay.
Yeah, I've worked with male and female. And what I used to do was design and make the stuff because you know I
Wow.
can sew. Did I tell you that?
You did tell me.
But I don't really do it after my sister died. I no longer wanted to do it because I used to make a lot of her stuff,
Yeah.
like for convention stuff. But definitely, I will help you, and I won't charge you an arm and a leg, so you can get you a whole happy
Yeah,
meal.
I need upfront pricing because I need to know what I'm dealing with.
Oh, he's so cute.
If I'm gonna have to transfer money out my 401k. But listen, so we got a new segment we call Feed Me, where we're talking about some wonderful recipes, what we're eating, what we're going to be doing for the holidays, some simple tips on how we can eat healthier, live long. I know Mia never even knew that I had my cookbooks out, so
I did.
I want to show you guys cookbook by your boy.
Oh, that's nice.
I got two cookbooks. They're available on my website. If you go to DreuxandMiaPodcastShow.com, you reach out to us on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter, you'll see them as well. But I have vegan, and then I have the regular. So I have about these are 30. These are 30 recipes here. So I don't know if you've ever heard of yakimen soup. Have you heard of yakimen?
I have heard of
So I made yakimen soup yesterday because I was just in the mood for it. And people was like, "Oh, why you didn't tell me? Why you didn't tell me? Why you didn't tell me?" You always get that because you're like, "Oh, I want to eat your cooking. I want to eat your cooking." But like, nah, this was for me. I was in the mood. Went to the store, grabbed some pork. I do pork, beef, vegetable yakimen, turkey yakimen, all of that. Whatever. You can make it look
Make me some.
make it look pretty. You can do whatever, but it's very simple. It's a soy-based soup. Soy sauce, water, green onion. If you're doing any one of the meats or vegetables, that's your protein, and you just top it off with some spaghetti noodles, boiled egg, and that's that on that. I have videos for you guys to go and see what it looks like, the recipe, all of that. If you go to DreuxandMiaPodcastShow.com, or if you go to our social media pages at DreuxandMiaPodcastShow, you'll get to see what the yakimen soup looks like, how it's supposed to come out, and all of that good things. One day we'll be able to do live cooking demos in studio so you guys can check it out. But for now, you guys have to go to our website or our social media so you can get to see how a yakimen soup. Someone says, well, what is yakimen? Well, of course, it's Asian. It's what I call Asian Orleans cuisine. And we just spice it up, put our New Orleans flavor on it. And it's a real simple dish, very cheap. Doesn't cost a whole lot. I think I spent maybe $7.
Oh.
$7 on pork because pork was really cheap, and then soy sauce. I mean, it's stuff that you should already have at your house that you're using for it, so it's not really expensive. And then, of course, it can feed 10, 20 people. What I made was going to last me for the next 2 or 3 days because I made a nice size. So go to at Dreux and Mia Podcast Show or visit us online, DreuxandMiaPodcastShow.com. Are we doing Music Spotlight today?
You can, definitely. Let's end it with that.
So my music spotlight for today is going to my beautiful friend. Do you know who Yebba is?
Love Yebba.
Yebba Smith. Shout out to Yebba Smith, my girl.
Yebba.
She is one of the most soulful, talented, gifted singers, Grammy Award winning. She's worked with the likes of PJ Morton, Ed Sheeran, Chance the Rapper, so many. The list goes on and on. She's from West Memphis, Arkansas. Can you believe that?
A little
That
girl
talent.
from Arkansas?
That girl is from West Memphis, Arkansas, but she is so talented, and I love her. So go and check her out. She's at Yebba.Smith on Instagram. Again, Yebba, YEBBA.Smith on IG. You can go and look for her on YouTube, all of that. She has videos. She's, like I said, she's sung with PJ Morton and Ed Sheeran, Chance the Rapper. So she's out there, Grammy Award winning. And then also my good friend Morgan James. I got two soulful white sisters today, guys.
Okay.
Morgan James is one of the baddest. Morgan reminds me of a mixture of a Patti LaBelle with Anita Baker.
All of that.
Kind of mixed with Lisa Stansfield.
Okay.
Like she's like this big old soulful powerhouse voice, and I love to see her perform live because she's just like a musical genius. So shout out to Morgan James. You guys go and check her out. She's at Morgan A. James on Instagram. Again, that's Morgan A. James on Instagram. So, Miss Mia, we got a few moments left. What's going on in Mia's Moments?
Mia's Moment is celebrating my mom. I want to take a few minutes to talk about my mom,
Yeah.
Dr. Betty Ransom Nelson, who I love
Shout out
so
to Dr.
much.
Betty Ransom Nelson.
Listen, on December the 20th, we are celebrating my mom. That is Sunday at 6 p.m. Dreux, all of Houston is going to show up because she had a stroke in September.
Yeah.
And I prayed to the Lord, like, Lord, please save my mom, spare my mom's life. And I said, Lord, if you do that, I will forever give your name the praise. That's why every Sunday, honey, I give him a tap dance, because I can look at my mama and she be trying to tap and do. So she turned 73.
Wow.
And so Sunday, we're going to celebrate her at 6 p.m. And then on Friday, we are going to have, this is exclusive now, and only you know this, we're going to have a virtual birthday bash. And when I tell you, we got some heavy hitters that's going to be on
This
that
a
virtual.
surprise?
Actually, she knows, but she doesn't know who's coming on.
Okay.
She thinks, because she has an official page, so she just thinks that she's going to be saying, hey, you know, to everybody. But these people are going to come on and surprise her and be like, hey, Dr. Nelson. So I just love my mom so much. So in my Mia's Moment, I dedicate that to the one and only Dr. Betty
Shout out to
Ransom
Dr. Betty Ransom Nelson.
who has been a phenomenal woman in my life and to a lot of people's life
Yes.
across this country. So, Mom,
I told you a story when I first met you guys and knew who you guys were. It was many, many years ago in Dallas. Lady was on the piano, just singing. And I'm like, okay, who's this? Who's this? Got her daughters with. I'm like, okay, let's go. What's going on here? And I mean, when I said y'all was singing and she was up there playing, I'm like, wow. Like, I had never seen nothing like that before.
yeah,
And I'm like, wow. And this was probably 2006, maybe 2007. I can't even remember. And from that moment on, I was like, wow. And that's how I knew who you guys were. So definitely shout out to Dr. Betty Ransom Nelson.
I love you, Mom.
Trailblazer, pioneer, gospel music, icon, queen. We love her. Houston's
we do.
own. We're going to have that info on our pages, right? We're going to send
Absolutely.
it so that we can make sure we have that on all of the
Absolutely.
social media and website. Again, visit us online at DreuxandMiaPodcastShow.com. You connect with us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, YouTube at Dreux and Mia Podcast Show. That's DreuxandMia Podcast Show at DreuxandMiaPodcastShow.com. Well, guys, that's it for us today. We will be back next time. Make sure you connect with us. Send us a message. Let us know what you think. Talk to us. We want to hear from you. Again, DreuxandMiaPodcastShow.com.
Bye.